I rise to speak in support of this motion. I commend the mover for bringing this important motion to the House. Neville Wran was a lifelong friend of my father, and in his latter years was a friend of mine. And he was a man of absolute integrity and honesty. It's obvious that the ABC got it wrong when they launched this attack on Neville Wran, and alleged connections between Abe Saffron and the former Premier, and implied his involvement in the tragic Luna Park ghost train fire. Milton Cockburn's new book, The Assassination of Neville Wran, systematically debunks the wild claims made in the documentary, calling them no more than unsubstantiated gossip. The independent review conducted in 2021 by the ABC was also critical of the unsupported allegations made about Wran, and they're in good company. Many public figures, including former Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, have condemned the claims by the ABC made about Wran, calling them unfair, uncorroborated, and stretching credulity. It's clear that the program used dubious and discredited sources for the basis of its narrative. In many places, the evidence was non-existent. It was fabricated. Graphics, recreations, and storyboards were used to spread innuendo and imply false conclusions. Wran and others were quite plainly defamed by the ABC. Unfortunately, our defamation laws do not allow the relatives of people who've passed away to sue on their behalf. There's no redress in the legal system to refute these claims and restore those reputations which have been damaged. Cockburn identifies this story as part of a wider problem in journalism, calling it a, quote, peculiarly Sydney characteristic. Sydney, seemingly more than any other Australian city, floats on malicious rumours and unsubstantiated gossip. This is a lesson that should quickly be learnt by journalists presented with allegations about public figures, end quote. I'm concerned that for some in the Australian media, it's more important to be salacious than to be certain. Allegations made by dubious, unnamed or non-credible sources should not be published as mere fact, especially when there's credible evidence to the contrary. This is not the high-quality investigative journalism we expect from our public broadcaster. It's instead an attempt to create sensation by impugning the reputation of someone who's not here to defend themselves. It's cowardly and we can do better. The ABC should acknowledge they got it wrong and apologise for the harm caused both to the Wran family and to the victims of the fire who they maligned. I commend the motion to the House.
Thank you.